Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. My name's Susie, and I'd like to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody. How is everybody doing this Valentine's Day, huh? Look at everybody in the chat. Woo! Hey guys. I know I said hi in the chat. I actually brought it up on my phone so it was easier to read, but you know what? It's not easier to read. Hey Candy and Bob and Skipper and Alas. And Dragon, happy V-Day. At least he didn't say V-Day. Happy V-Day. I like that. So we're going to start my favorite way.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
I like it, and I think I was able to get rid of the drip. We'll have to see when the lag starts catching up. If the drip is there, if you can hear me okay, because my microphone is that far away. I don't know if I can reach it. I set up this a little different in my fish room, and I think I have more room. I actually have my computer up against my 55-gallon with the three big angels in it, and my back to this tank, which we're going to talk about tonight, and why it's half filled, and why it's only going to ever be half filled. I'm not going to cry. Well, happy Valentine's Day. Audio's good. No drip. No drip, and definitely have my coffee. Definitely have my coffee. I hope you guys don't mind. It's going to be really chillaxing, because guess what? It is so cold here. It is so cold that everything is just like covered in a sheet of ice. Front steps, sidewalk, roads, black ice everywhere, and yeah, that's cold. I think it's the first time I actually had to call off work this morning. Not just because of the black ice and how cold it is and 45-minute drive, but because I'm not as graceful as you might think. Slipped and fell on the ice. And I'm telling you, I went down so dainty-like. Said no one ever. Catch my drip? Oh, fishing, you're funny. Marie Z says hi. Amanda. So guys, keep your eye out in the chat for someone, I think his name was Ryan. And he might say he's the pizza guy. Because a guy who delivered pizza here noticed the fish tanks when he came to the door. And I told him, you got to come on my live stream. Blah, blah, blah. So point him out if I miss him, because I think that's hysterical. I'm at the door. My daughter's getting the pizza and paying for it. And I'm like, Q Aquatics, Q-U-E-A-Q. Yeah, Tom, it was definitely ouch. No, I hurt my pride. I hurt my ankle. My wrist was the worst because at night before going to bed, the ankle was feeling better, but my wrist was real sore. And I got to tell you, like, it started to dawn on me. I'm 61 years old. That's getting up there in age. I don't have insurance. I cannot fall. I cannot be falling. I cannot fall. I cannot be falling. Unless it's illegal not to have insurance. Then I got plenty. I got plenty. I got insurance coming out my yang. So I set up. I'm having pizza right now. I'm actually sugar-free and flour-free for 5 days, 6 days, and I feel amazing. But my granddaughter and daughter are here and they ordered pizza. John ordered me wings. Speaking of John, here's my Valentine. Here's my lovely bag of donuts. You guys know John, don't you? Hey, babe, why don't you introduce yourself? Yeah. Nothing ever works out the way you think, right? He actually got a call from one of his friends who needed help. Now, let me tell you, John is very gruff and very like, but he really isn't. He is a sweetheart. So he is helping a friend in need, which I wouldn't expect anything less. So you guys are stuck with me and me alone. But I do have 3 cameras set up. And hey, Tian lurking, cool. Hey, Science Gal, I want to talk about especially this one. Yeah, don't break a hip. I don't want to break a hip. I don't want to sprain anything. I don't want to chip a tooth. Not that I have any teeth. I don't want to chip. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to bruise. Nothing. Nothing until I get insurance. I just want to my daughter started roller skating. Not rollerblading, roller skating. And she is posting every day a 365-day challenge. And she's learning how to twist and turn. Now she's what? Oh my gosh, I should know how old she is. She was born in 88. I won't tell you how old she is. Anyway, she's in her 30s. You can figure it out. But she started roller skating. And she is blowing me away with every one of these little, it's just like a 15, 30-second clip that she puts music to. But she's crisscrossing her feet. She's turning around. She's spinning back. I think she's doing the moonwalk and stuff. Wow. So I really got the desire to do roller skating with her. I was pretty good when I was younger, about 4 decades ago. But I don't have insurance. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I used to love roller skating. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. So much fun. I got a free 90-gallon tank, guys. Woot, woot. Oh, my Instagram, thank you. Free 90-gallon tank. And I thought I was going to be able to add and blah, blah. Well, guess what? Something happened with this 55 that I got to tell you about. Because I didn't do a video on it because I was so baffled. So baffled. So, are you guys ready for story time, or do you want to see some tanks first? I'll let you guys decide because it's Valentine's Day. We can look at some tanks, or we can talk about what happened to this tank. This used to be my favorite. Look at everybody in the chat. I'm so excited. Is the 90 set up? No, what it is it's upstairs, and I can't get anyone to help me bring it down. But before I bring it down, I want to get one of those 90-gallon metal stands from Hidden Reef. But I think they're like $110, and I'm not working right now, and I'm not getting unemployment yet, so it's going to have to wait a little bit. But once I do get it and set it up, I have to get 2 2-inch bulkheads because they got the overflow. Then I want to fill it up, drain it, fill it up, and run with water vinegar because it was salt water. So I want to clean all the, what do you call that? The creeping. I call it just creeping salt. I don't know. I think there's a cute name for it, but it's creeping salt. And I want to get that all cleaned up because I think I want to use it for my frontosas and my blue dolphins. Susie, we're so much alike. I have a 975 and 125 in my garage. I can't get in. Yeah, I can't. It's just going to sit on my table. First of all, I had it planned. I had my coffee table. I got help to get it in. And even when I made mention, ooh, can we bring it downstairs? Everybody scattered. Done. But I did notice, this is going to sound weird. I don't care. You guys know I'm weird anyway. That you go on a U-Haul site and order 2 guys by the hour to come pack up and move stuff. I don't see why they wouldn't come over and move my fish tank, right? In 1 hour, I would just have to pay them for the hour price, right? That's what I'm thinking. Just call U-Haul and order 2 guys. I'll take 2, please. Sue gave another piece to the tank. Some kind of filter you bend attachment. Oh, cool. So cool. Please hit the like button. And this woman, his family, had another 55-gallon that she's donating to the Bucks County Aquarium Society for when we have our auctions. Amanda, I have a 75-gallon, which I'm really loving that footprint. 75-gallon tank I want to get rid of for cheap. I have a glass hood and lights too. Oh my gosh, Amanda, where do you live? Do you live in a 50-mile radius? I'm just asking. Oops, sorry, Candy. Uh-oh. Oh, you guys are cute. So, yeah. So, I'm thinking that's... Oh, look at Shelly's in the house, her name's really Di, but it's Shelly. But anyway. So, you guys didn't tell me whether you want to see tanks. So, we're going to look at tanks first. I want to show you my goodyids. Goodyids. Can I say that? Goodyids. Goodyids. They had babies. And they're in with these adorable Pandagara. Now, I'm looking at my tank, and it's as crystal clear as can be. The camera is making it look like it's fuzzy, but it's not. Okay, so there's some parents. There's got to be at least 5 or 6 fry already. I'm so excited. Brian and I picked up to 55. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Oh, so you're in New Hampshire. That's a little too far for me to drive. Oh, darn it. Darn it. Yeah. But I was very happy to see that these goodyids had babies, had fry babies, whatever. I call them babies if I want. I call them babies if I want. And then today, what I was working on all day, actually been working on for the past couple weeks, is one of the tanks and my 40-gallon wall. But let me show that. Of course, the camera turned off. I bet you I ran out of batteries. Of course. Well, you guys don't get to see my 40-gallon wall. Darn it, I had it all set up. You know what it was? I had it all set up, and I had it running. Not the brightest bulb in the pack. So now my camera is done. Well, maybe I can pick this up and show you. Let's see if this works. This might work. Because I really want to show you this tank. Let's see. I'm going to try to hold it steady so I don't make anybody dizzy. Here we go. So, oh, I turned the light blue. The one with the light blue. Now that has my beautiful Conga Tetras. It's got a flagfish, hillstream loach, and this beautiful gold spotted, I want to say it's a pleco, but it's not a pleco, but it's definitely in the catfish family. It could be a pleco, but it's not like the golden spotted queen pleco I had in the past. So I have been working on this. I thought to myself, this is going to work. I thought to myself, that works so well, the blackout with the algae on the other tank. Let me try it on this tank. And I've been working on it for weeks. No success. So I guess each tank is going to act a little different. So I'm still thank you, Candy. And you know, I had the camera set up to focus on my plants because even though they're all kind of like, not dormant, they're not growing, flourishing, propagating because it's the winter, but I still love them. Oh my gosh. And if you guys haven't seen KG Tropical's last video, the video before last, I think it was her last video, where Lisa's doing the intro in her little plant corner. I love it. I absolutely love it. Love it. So, and then right before I came on, I was doing a water change for this guy, and guess who is moping on the ground? Look at him. Look at him. He is so mad at me because I did a water change. I should know better than to do a water change before a live stream. He's like, I put food in, he wouldn't even eat it. I'm like, whatever, dude. Whatever. But yeah. So what is everybody else doing? Let me see. Did I get to the bottom of the chat? I scrolled my screen like it was a finger scroll. It's not. What a fantastic fish tube sign. Oh, this was from, I'm going to get it right this time, guys. The very last event that happened before COVID, but it wasn't really before COVID. They were first starting to restrict how many people could meet. And I think it was still at like no more than 250 people inside a building. The big fish deal? The big fish deal. Yeah, it was the big fish deal. So I had this made because everybody was doing their, part, and there's some bigger fish tubers going, and they were doing displays and stuff and on set. But because of the pandemic, they weren't able to go. So like a handful of us went, and we had a blast. We talked about this last week, man. But that's what this big poster is. And this, I got this last year for Christmas from my kids. The big fish deal, correct. I can't get it to light up. I actually got new batteries, put them in, and no go. When it had the fake, like the test me, it worked fine. So I thought it was just the batteries, but no. But I changed the sign on it anyway. Can you see it? Oh my gosh, I was playing around with it. I played around with it for like a year before I actually put it up. So I love that. That is my first logo. So I still have the betta fish in the eye, and inside that goldfish is a betta fish, and that is inside this angelfish. Now has that eye instead of the big fish. So, oh, is he here? Let me see that. That's so fine. Ryan! It's Ryan, the delivery guy. Guys, you got to welcome Ryan. He's not new to the fish hobby. He just came back into the fish hobby. He used to keep fish, and he was delivering my kids pizza, and it was like so way cool. Ryan, welcome. This is one of the best online communities that you will find. There's not hating. There's a lot of support. It's a little different when you go on Facebook. Just be careful what take what you hear with a grain of salt. But almost everybody in these live chats, they're going to be very supportive. So welcome back into the fish keeping hobby, and welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. Look at that. That is so way cool. Brian, did I say hello? Holly says, Ryan, welcome. Look at everybody saying welcome. Hey, Rhea. Ryan, the pizza guy. That's right. Hey, Larry D. So let me get back. Sign him up for Bucks County Aquarium Society. Good. Tom, why didn't I think of that? Man, and I'm supposed to be like part of the membership drive, right? Ryan, you got to check out Bucks County Aquarium Society. Right now we're meeting online, but we will be meeting once a month at the Churchville Nature Center, and it is a blast. And we're talking about new fish keepers, old fish keepers, old G's, newbies, everything in between, auctions. It's a lot of fun, and coffee. Did I mention they make coffee for every meeting? And they bring in speakers from all over the country. All over the world. They bring in speakers from all over. I think it's international. I happen to think it's one of the best aquarium societies ever. A little biased. Ryan says, welcome, I live in Louisiana. Do you deliver here? Now that's some funny stuff. That's funny, guy. You deliver to Louisiana. So let me talk about this tank. The real old fish people. That's right. That's right. So I came downstairs and my kids are like, I think maybe one of the tanks are leaking, but they weren't sure. And I'm like, then they thought, well, maybe the dog was stuck between this door and that door and peed on the floor because it was about that much water. But I know I had cleaned it up 1 or 2 times and is there in the morning. So then I'm looking at my tanks. I hadn't done water changes all week, so a lot of them are very low, like down here, so it was hard for me to tell. I looked on the floor, I saw some water, and I'm like, my heart is like, oh my gosh, I have a 20-gallon long on the bottom. Can you see me pointing down here? 20-gallon long, 55-gallon. And I'm like, oh, if this is 55-gallon. Hang on the back filter, which I removed, and I had a pothos plant in the back, but it was in a container with a piece of rope. It wicks the water up into the container. But what I think actually, and I couldn't tell, this is my guess, it's either the hang on the back was leaking or the plant was wicking water out of the hang on the back through a leaf down the back of the tank under the floor. Or it was fish tank. So the first thing I do is process of elimination, right? Amanda says, what kinds of fish do you have, Susie? I would say I have mostly freshwater. I have 2 saltwater tanks and a brackish water tank, which really just has my mud skipper and platies. And the puffer is no longer. So I think the mud skipper has gotten too big to have any tank mates. So it's just going to be the mud skipper tank. But out of my freshwater, I have some live bearers. I got this tank here of these absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I can show you. Blue angelfish. There's probably a dozen, maybe 10 angelfish with some dwarf rainbows. They're going to be going into a 55, but I am hoping to breed those. I am. But I have, I'd say, 50 fish tanks. I've got live bearers. I've got angels. All different live bearers. I have several puffers. I have some Oscars. I do have quite a few cichlids over there. I've got my Jack Dempsey, the electric blue Jack Dempseys and Polypterus, Bashirs, Bikers, whatever you want to call them. This tank here has some Frontosas. I got shell dwellers. I got fish from 3 different waterways in Africa. Ambunas probably is my least favorite tank, but I do have some ambunas. I would like to have restart a tank of haps and peacocks someday when I get my tanks straightened out. What am I forgetting? I have a 29-gallon of nanofish, which I absolutely love. Furcata rainbows, daisy rice fish, celestial pearl danios, emerald dwarf rasboras. Oh, I do have a lot of tanks. And I just set up a one-of-a-kind, handmade acrylic, 5-chambered, amazing tank. Unfortunately, it's only under 3 gallons, maybe 3 to 4 gallons. But I put in there the chili rasboras, which are so tiny, and a handful of Neocaridina shrimp. And yeah. And then upstairs I got my Severum tanks with a small school of silver dollars. They're like, I think like 12 of them. And some giant danios. And I've got about a dozen reptiles that I absolutely, normally interact with and love. How are the cuboid fish? Yeah, those are the ones, Tom. Well, at least those are the rasboros from the cuboid. The plants from cuboid are doing well. What else did I get over at cuboid? Something else really good. I think I got another silver dollar. That silver dollar that I got there. No, I got several silver dollars there. So I had silver dollars in 3 different quarantine tanks that are now all in the 120. I had Severums in 3 different quarantine tanks that are all in the 120. So that one, and my Burchardi, not my Burchardi, Bredori. My Biahe Bredori. I don't think it's a Biahe anymore. Dang, I can't remember what the new classification is. But my Bredori lost his mate. Don't know where he is at all. He's not in the tank. He's not behind the tank. I can't see behind the tablecloth behind the tank. I can't find him anywhere. And I took everything apart. So anyway, So I put my Bedori in with the angelfish or in with the Severums, and they're doing good. They're doing great. I have a handful of shrimp tanks. I got my betta fish. I've got one of those 16-gallon orbs that has neon tetras. So yeah, so I got several tanks, mostly freshwater though, but a couple saltwater and one brackish water. That's usually how I describe it because my freshwater is such a variety. CPD, silver dollars, Volbitis is doing great. That's also in my small, brand new nano tank. The CPDs I put in with my 29-gallon, I call it my nano tank. Even though 29 gallons isn't a nano tank, all the fish in there are nano fish. So, yes, everything is doing good. So anyway, back to here. Woot, woot, woot. Move the hang on the back filter. I have it running in my sink, my mop sink. Like I got a mop sink filled up and it's running to see if it's leaking out the back or was it the plant. I moved the plant, drained this down, scrubbed everything, filled it all the way back up. It looked amazing. Freaking amazing. Still waiting on the hang on the back, so I wasn't worried. I always have the sponge filters going anywhere. I had this, don't have it here. It was a 20-gallon long lid, which by all rights should fit just fine on top of this 50-gallon, at least 30 inches of it, right? So I was going to put that on one side of it and one of these homemade lids on the other side. And when I went to put it up there, the side over here fit perfect. Once I got towards the center of the tank, it fell right through. It was at least 1/8 of an inch wider in the middle of the tank. And that's when I started noticing. Now this I got for free 2 years ago. Had it set up, no problems. But the brace in the middle of the tank up here has always been missing. And I think the middle is starting to bow. So I got a little nervous. Gotta tell you. So I've got the water drain down here and I figure I'll just replace it with the 90-gallon because it's going to burst. And I'll use this. Maybe I'll set up a poison dart frog, a palindarium. You know, with like a waterfall coming down. I think that would look nice. I'll have to make a lid to fit. Yeah, I'll have to make some lids to fit. So lids and screens. But yeah, I think that would be fun. But if the plant, and now I've got the hang on the back filter over here facing out, like so as you're walking in the hallway, it's right in your face. Just to see, and it's perfectly dry. There's nothing wrong with that hang on the back filter. So right now I have it on 275 hang on the back filters on a 40-gallon breeder trying to clean up a tank. Dart frogs. Yes, dank tanks. I want dart frogs. But this time I am going to wait till the whole palindarium, vivarium is set up, that all my cleanup crew is growing, all my plants are rooted before I get the frogs. Because I think I got my frogs too early last time. And the plants weren't fully established. I didn't realize how much frogs just like went, you know. And what else? The cleanup crew disappeared. So I think I want to set this up, get my cleanup crew established, my plants established, rooted. I'm so excited. Like, I think 55-gallon tank would be perfect for dart frogs. With like a waterfall coming down. Not like a heavy waterfall, but more like a waterfall going over the rocks. That's my envision. Flowing down into like a small stream that comes all the way down here maybe, and that's what I want. So that's what I'm thinking. So I didn't gain a fish tank per se. I'm swapping it out and getting a 90-gallon, and unfortunately, well, I guess I could play that whole fish Jenga, like put the blue cichlids one place, frontosas another place, because I really wanted my electric blue Jack Dempsey's and Bashir to have the next bigger tank, But I think I'm just going to put these guys in the 90 gallon, which is perfect. Their next phase. And they get like a 180 for the for my next big one. And that's going to be after I break down the wall. But anyway, that is a story on this that has had me up at nights sweating what is going on and trying to very systematically problem solve to figure out what 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 is going on. But I'm very happy that if that tank hadn't had that slow drip leak, I would not have noticed the tank bowing. May not have done anything, but it may have, it may have blown out. Deborah says, that's what I'm planning, but no frogs. Okay. Do you sell any of your fish, Susie? No. If I have extra fish or fry, extra, but you know what I mean. I will take them into one of my 4 local fish stores, and I can usually trade my fry for food. And being out of work, very helpful right now. Although we got some amazing network people that make sure during this pandemic that none of our fish are going hungry. So thank you, Callie. 40-gallon breeder is what I meant by the zoo enclosure. What? Oh, like a 40-gallon breeder for the dart frogs? So I do have a 40-gallon breeder upstairs that's not being utilized. It's like in the middle of my living room. But it has a hole in the bottom. So I can't really use that for anything that I'm going to put like my isopods or... Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. But right now, my cherry head tortoise is in there. She's just a baby. She's about 2 years old, about that big. Kind of brumating. Hey, Priscilla! Kind of brumating, kind of not. But I was cleaning out the reptile den, and it's also got a lot of my plants in there, tropical plants, and I'm just totally not paying attention, misting all these gorgeous plants, and it hit a heat bulb, which shattered in my cherry head tank. So I had to take that tortoise out because I didn't have time to clean the tank. So I just put him in another tank and then quickly set him up with the heat, the rocks, the hide, everything. Gave him fresh salad. Plugged the bullhead right. Well, the next 2 bulkheads I get are going to be for that 90 gallon. I can only get like small things at a time. I just can't. Not yet. I did interview for a job. I do have a part-time job. But basically, the part-time job pays for my gasoline to get to my part-time job. So. Candy, I didn't see in the thread. I missed it because I was talking so much. I was just talking and babbling. But did I see that you are sugar-free, flour-free? What? I have been sugar-free, no sugar added for 24 years. 24 years, I haven't had added sugar in the first 6 ingredients. Wow. So that's huge. Huge. But I got 5 days with no sugar and no flour, which is good because I was getting a little out of control with this getting, my in-house suspension here. I was getting a little fidgety, Fidgety. Michelle said, Happy Valentine's Day. I'm happy you caught alive too, Michelle. Woo-woo. Deborah says, I'm going to do a 20 long with waterfalls over Dragonstone. Haven't decided on the nanofish yet. I like that. The only thing I don't like about Dragonstone, what I like about it, so many things. There's so many nooks and crannies. It's easy to decorate. It's easy to put plants in. It is such a soft stone. That I get a little like it. I mean, it's good when you're aquascaping because you can just basically tap it and smash it and get lots of parts to make it look good. But it's so soft, I get so worried. I see funny colors here. Larry D. $5 for your fish and reptiles. Oh my God, you're so sweet, Larry. Thank you. Oh my gosh, look at all these things I'm missing over here. Okay, thank you so much, Larry. That is awesome. The frog tanks per se were version 1 and had issues. Mine too. Rather than redo all the tanks, I just made a new one for them. All to go in now. I'm on other projects. Awesome. So my first poison dart frog tank was in a front opening 18 by 18 and it was only like 12 inches high. I personally don't think now, after having them, that's big enough. But my morning geckos are still in there and they're still laying eggs and they're still having babies and they are still the cutest things I've ever seen. Morning geckos, let me tell you, they're about that big. They reproduce all by themselves. Well, that's not true. You don't need, they're all females, so you don't need a dude. But I think it helps if you have 2 females. I don't know if it's like a competition thing or something, but it helps if you have another female. That I know. That's crazy. All shrimps are doing awesome. Yeah, that was, oh, Priscilla, what? $1.99 with a heart. That's my first Valentine's heart today. Thank you. Priscilla, that's so sweet. I eat Kodiak cakes. Bob Kaler, what is a Kodiak cake? I am interested. Is it like a fat bomb? Kodiak cake. Dragon layer, they are crazy. When you let them be, they come out and it's worth it. You're talking about the frogs? Let me tell you. When I had 4 different species of frogs in my reptile den in the evening, a little bit past dusk, it was the most beautiful sounds ever. Now, I still have some fire-belly toads in my kitchen, which are not toads, they're frogs. But anyway, Sophie makes their croaking sound because they croak and Sophie imitates. I think that's hysterical. So I really want to look up some different kind of croakers, maybe some clickers and croakers, because she picked up those sounds so quickly. Yes, thank you, Priscilla. I also like the samurai stone. Samurai stone. But hard to find. There's so many stones that I see. I go into, what's the store that had a lot of them? Hidden Reef or Fish Factory? One of those 2 had some really beautiful stones, but I have a hard time justifying that when I live in between a canal and a river, so I mostly always use river rock because I can go out and get it. I can just go walk and get it. And Lynn from Bucks County Aquarium Society said she was going to come over and we're going to go over to the river on low tide after the, melts. We just get driftwood. So I thought, I just have a hard time purchasing aquascaping material right now. I think, you know what? I like river rock. I like the round. I was going to go get some. It's perfect for my bearded dragon tanks. They're perfect for my Euromastix tank. They're good for the turtle tanks, and they're good for all these decorations. Now, I don't like them in this tank. That's why I've got these plastic rocks, because the cichlids that I have in here, they like dig down. And if they dig down, that's going to make the rock unsteady. So I had put light diffuser in at first and then put the gravel on top. But then it was so hard to clean. It was worse than an under gravel filter because there was nothing under graveling it except for just settled there. So I don't like to put rocks in tanks where I have diggers. Dank had a huge male Tokyo that lived loose in my house for years. Wow, that's pretty cool. Hello from New Zealand. Hello, James Stone. Good day, Susie Q. Woo, woo, wait, ooh, hold please. I got some colorful. Bonnie Eden, 1999. Thank you so much. Hi, Sue. What saltwater fish do you have? Any seahorses? My favorite? No, Bonnie. One of my oldest saltwater is a coral hogwrasse. That thing is an amazing hunter, super fast. Can't have any other wrasses in that tank as long as he is there. I have a Stars and Stripe puffer. We have some clownfish. I have a triggerfish that's growing in my nano tank because he's just a baby. And this hog wrasse is relentless. And we had damsels that were breeding before I can't even go through that. That lionfish, man. John wanted to get another lionfish. I said, no more lionfish. But I am looking for a big-eyed pink squirrelfish. I think that would make a very nice addition to the tank. And maybe one of those beautiful, like from Hawaii, those angel, is it angel coral? Coral angel fish? They're like orange with purple trim. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you, Bonnie. Those are the salt. Oh, and I have a goby watchman and a pistol shrimp frickin' frack that they hide all the time. But I have a little flashlight and I'm in the dark, and then I can see them coming out and doing their thing, and they build underground tunnels, and they're just adorable. Danikin Aquatics, thank you so much. $5 chocolate. Happy Valentine's Day, Q. Thank you so much. I think there is this chocolate fat bomb I wanted to get. I think I just might do that. Because sometimes, you just need to have some chocolate. Life is like a box of chocolates. That's the wrong movie, isn't it? Thank you so much. Is that Danny? Kenny? Who's Danikin Aquatics? I never know which one. You got the same name, right? But thank you very much. And you know what I have? It's not loose in my house. My Chinese water dragon. That is in a 4 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot, basically closet, an old closet. And it's got a 20-gallon aquarium, and I want to make that bioactive. Right now, it's just got plants and trees, but they're all in pots and stuff, and there's no cleanup crew. I really want to make that bioactive. That's going to be a huge springtime project. Punchy Paints and Pam is in the house? Where's Pam? Hi, Pam. I did not see Pam. There she is. Maybe I am a gecko. I don't need a dude either. Sweet. Exactly. And let me tell you, I don't want to reproduce anymore anyway. It's funny because when I'm on Zoom calls, I don't even hear my tokay, but everybody else does. That's what I feel about Sophie. I've totally turned off the parrot. Very rarely do I hear her, but other people are like, oh, look at Sophie. Oh, she's ringing the bell. Oh, she's dead. It's like, oh, yeah, she is. And then I can hear it. I'm so used to, you kind of get used to it. I think I had clicking frogs once, river frogs. They clicked. And let me tell you, that male would go crazy. Just saw another video about mourning geckos having other females allow stimulated sex to induce proper hormone levels. There you go. That's why I have had two females. Now I have 3, 4, 5. And since I think they lay 2 eggs at a time, I don't know what happened to that 6th one. But I have 5 mourning geckos. And a dubia roach that's 5 times the size of the mourning geckos. I don't know how it got in this tank. Shouldn't be in this aquarium. But one of these days I have to take it off the shelf, take off the screen, and get them because it's breeding size. It's breeding size, and put them back in the my roach farm because it's just huge. At night it's kind of creepy. I come out with the flashlight to see the mourning geckos all going around and eating their food, and then there's this big roach. I'm like, ugh. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the roach and what it brings to my reptile room, and that it's free food. But I'm not the kind that's going to pick it up and play with it or let it touch me, walk on me. Nope. Brand of products that are diabetic safe. Really? And they taste great. Well, if it tastes great, I probably have to stay away from it for right now because my problem isn't that I'm a diabetic. My problem is that I have an eating disorder that once I put certain foods in my body, I don't stop. And dear Lord, don't get in my way. So if I don't put those certain ingredients in my body, I have clarity of thinking. I have sound mind, about as sound mind as you can get when you're Susie Q. But when I am on firm spiritual ground, then I can eat diabetic safe food that tastes good because I know what portions are. I know what's mine. But right now, because I'm in the first week, I'm done with my food and I want more and I want yours. And I'm looking at John's food. He's eating it faster so that I don't eat his food. Like, it's not good. It's not good. But I'm doing it. Dank. Back in the early, was that TMI? That was probably TMI, huh? Oh well. Dank. Back in the early 90s when I had a pet store, I brought him home and escaped from the carry cage. Never could catch him again. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny. But he's surviving, right? Everybody's saying hi there. Lightning fast. You get lucky more than anything. Yeah. Are are they the ones where the skin could come off the tokay? Like if you grab them wrong? What kind of gecko is that? That freaks me out. What did I have that was just a look at pet? I never really. Oh, that was my veiled chameleon, Clark Kent. That was Clark Kent. He was more of. I had admired him from far. The only time I brought him out is if I was doing something, like spring cleaning in his cage or setting up his outside cage. But for the most part, I pretended not to see him. But yeah, he slept on the TV. That's so cool. So guys, my daughter is moving into an apartment. She doesn't live here now, but she's moving into an apartment with Zoe. So it's my daughter, the one you guys met, Sarah, Zoe, 6-year-old, and they want a pet reptile, but they don't want to buy one. They want one of mine. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bearded dragons, so I thought one of those. I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time with that because I love my babies. Like, I love bath time. I love cuddling. They'll walk around on my shoulder. They'll just chill out. So I have to rethink that. But she wants one, so. T-Bones Fishies. Ooh, we got a super sticker. Australian is Australian. $3. It looks like a physically fit pair. Mwah. Look at that. Oh, thank you so much, Tom. Thank you so much. And thank you, T-Bone. Thank you guys, everybody. It's like you're really making my day here. Come on. Furloughs Aquatics. What kind of your mastics do you have? I have yellow Nigerian. I have a yellow Nigerian and an orange Nigerian. And they are housed together, actually. I want to get maybe that's what I use the 55 for, because I wanted something bigger than what they're in. They each have, I probably got 4 hides in there, and it is so hot. Oh my gosh. Their basking area, it's like crazy hot. And they have not brumated at all. So they're eating salad every day, sporadic fruits. I do put in some bugs here and there just to see. But I have a yellow Eurymastix and an orange, but both Nigerian. And I would love, I think they're 2 females. Pretty sure they're 2 females. Gotta double check on the orange. But I would love to breed either my Eurymastix or my Northern Australian blue-tongued skink. Yeah, I would love to breed Sapphire. I just would. But a male Northern, which is Taliqua skinkoides, I think. They're like $700. So unless I can find somebody to have a play date with, and then it's a chance whether they like each other or not. But you definitely would love to do that. Squirrelfish like to school. Flame Angel is orange. Yes, the Flame Angel, and it's kind of got like a little bit of purple and stripes in it. Do you have any fancy goldfish, Susie? I've got koi and goldfish that are outside. Fancy like orandas. I have 2 orandas. They're actually outside also. They're outside. They're all outside. And I think I have a couple of turtles that stayed outside this year also. And they're underneath a pile of snow and ice. but they have a bubbler in so there's one section of the pond that is still flowing. I have a 2,000-gallon pond here, and then I got a 200-gallon pond here that are still operating out in the winter. Then I have a 10-foot by 4-foot enclosure for my turtles that are used to being outside year round. They're from this part of the area. But I actually wrap them, you know that there's this like insulation, but it looks like tin foil. I wrapped the whole box enclosure with that, closed it up like a McDonald's little house teepee, and then that big sun awning that I had fell down, but it fell right on top of the enclosure. I just left it there. So they have breathing air on both sides, but they're pretty well insulated too. So that worked out pretty good. We had a high of 5 today, low of 18. I know, it was so cold that I can't even chip the ice away. I am sure a squirrel is lonely. Aww. So I didn't know that squirrelfish like to school. Well, I mean, I knew it because I've seen them in the aquarium. When I go to the actual aquarium, I see the squirrelfish. But we had our big-eyed pink squirrel, and she was amazing. Fast, a speed of light, very nice, very visible, wasn't hiding. Night, words are hard. What, Pam? Oh, yeah. You're welcome, Bob. You're welcome, Bob. Ooh, what did I miss? Thanks, Candy. Oh, thanks, Candy. Oh, Bob Kaler is in 8 minutes. Do I have 8 minutes left? 8 minutes. There is the link. Thank you, Candy. I'm not paying attention. I'm not doing very good at this, am I? Your keyboard is frozen, Candy. Is you being funny? Are you being punny? Are you being punny? Candy is the wind chill or actual temperature? I'm afraid to ask. Wow. That was the actual temperature. We don't count wind chill in Montana or Wyoming, Larry. That would be too scary. We are in negative numbers. All right, I'm not going to complain because we're in the 20s all week, or the teens and 20s, so I am not going to complain. Tokay's bark, actually a few years ago, would have been negative 40. Yeah, so I'm not complaining. I'm not going to complain. Oh, I'm only complaining because I was klutzy enough to fall. Oh my God, we just heard a huge crash. Uh-oh. Ice storms are scary. Did it hit your house? I just missed the house. Oh my gosh. I was in a huge ice storm in Connecticut in 1978. It was frightening. It was absolutely frightening. I've never seen anything like it. From Pennsylvania, we get 5 to 6 inches of snow. That ice storm, I think it was like 3 solid inches of ice just like came down and blanketed everything. Lines were down, trees were down, roofs were down. It was crazy. It was crazy. 1978, wow. That brings back some memories. Dan Kenny, glad you didn't hit the house. I know. Shoosh. Holy moly. Q, your mastics from Nigeria, sub-Sahara country, aren't likely to brumate. Okay, then good, because mine aren't. Which is nice, because it seems like all my other animals have gone away for a little bit. Hey, Mr. B, look at that. Fishing things. It was so nice to see you on a live chat. Woo-hoo! I just saw him on, where were you? You were with Bob Kaler, right? So awesome. Mr. B and Mrs. B. How's Mrs. B? What was it, 3 years ago or 2 years ago? We did that Valentines live stream with Susan, Fish Fan Mom. And John didn't want to get on until the questions were over. How's that? Oh my God, he's so silly. We had a limb fall. Maybe that's why he's not here. Maybe there is no friend. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Flames have dark stripes and touch of purple. Yes, that's the one I saw. But they seem so gentle. I was really afraid. I wish there was a way I could see if they would work out with that hoggrass. Coral hoggrass. Gorgeous fish. It's two-toned with some 2 spots on it, maybe 3 spots, white and purple. Absolutely beautiful Somebody say hi, Rack. Wait, did I miss Rack? Is Rack in the house? Rack, I was watching your bird channel, just falling in love, waiting for spring to come. Is Rack in here? Ooh, Geek. Geek boy, hold on, hold please. I'm gonna have to scun forward. Oh my gosh, I'm so far. Geek. Whoa, Geek boy, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. A super sticker with an amazing ponytail that turns into a heart. Flynn's Fish Forum. Hey, Flynn. Thank you, Geek Boy. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Wow. Hope they're all okay. Hey, Science. Flynn. Thanks, Q. Thanks, Terry. We just lost power. Are you sure it missed your house? Maybe it didn't miss somebody else's house. I hope you're okay. Google Memphis ice storm in 94 was terrible. Wow, 94 in January here, we had snow. It was probably 3 foot because I got stuck at a clubhouse. 94 was a bad winter for a lot of people in the United States anyway. They are forecasting up to ½ inch of ice north of us Monday and Tuesday. Oh, come on, I'm done with ice. I have a Jeep. I'm not afraid to drive in the snow. Now I'm afraid to even walk outside my house with all this ice. Deborah, we had that same ice storm in Auburn. Wow. Oh, we got 3 minutes. Bob Kaler's coming up. We need a good hashtag for Bob. What was the name of that chocolate? What was the name of the chocolate he said? If I only had a brain. If I only had a memory. If I didn't do that many whippets in the 70s, I'd probably have some brain cells left. Ugh. Can't take it back now. Well, guys, thank you for all the super chats. Absolutely amazing. And it's going to really help. Oh, I got a super sticker. It's really going to help out because I am out of work. And that's really a $5 super sticker. Good job. Thank you so much, Mike's Aquatics and Things. Oh my gosh, it's a good job while raising his thumb up, it says. Woo woo! Oh, it came back on. Good. Ice, ice, baby. Oh, now you're going to make me sing. And thank you, Candy and Bob, for modding. Like, wow, I didn't even expect anybody was going to be on here because, you know, it's Valentine's Day. But Kibbles and Bits. Kibbles and Bits. Kibbles and Bits. Okay, now I'm going to have all these songs stuck. Hashtag Ice Ice Baby or hashtag Kibbles and Bits. We have the stream link and we have an amazing song, but this I have to turn the drip on first before. Oh, wait. Almost missed a super sticker. $1.99 Peplin Creek Aquatics. Peplin Creek, thank you so much. It is a beautiful heart. Beautiful heart. You guys are making my Valentine's Day. Bird garden in the house. Come on, you're killing me. $3 super sticker. Fist bumps. Fist bumps. Wait a minute. Fist bumps. Fist bumps. Thank you, Rack. And I'm going to watch your bird thing. I love to watch. And Sophie loves to listen to your birds because your birds sound amazing. And there's the link again. Thank you so much. And we are going to, you know how we're going to do it, right?
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said